Alright, folks, and welcome back to the channel. We're just doing a pre-recorded transfer deadline, whatever you want to call it. It'll probably be a rant, pretty much. We're recording it just as it turns 10:30 on transfer deadline day. Also, the window shuts at 11 o'clock. And Alistair, we have had just half an hour away from a month, and we have signed one player.
Yeah.
That comes in this window. No including Kieran Tierney because that's in the summer. And we have sold 9 players.
Well, I can tell you the Johnny Kenny one won't happen if we don't get a striker.
So it won't happen then.
Right.
It won't happen. I'm going to say a lot of stuff because I've held a lot of stuff back over the last few weeks. I don't want to, and I've hated doing this. I've genuinely hated it because I know it might sound surprising to you, Alistair, but I do actually want to speak positive about Celtic. But it is.
How can you? How can you?
I know, and I remember sitting here this time a year ago, probably nearly enough the same time, and we were ranting and raving about the window that season as well. Now, also, there was different circumstances because we were shite on the pitch at that point. But even this season, it makes me even more pissed off because I know that we're doing well on the pitch. Brendan Rodgers is a top-class manager, but they continue to just show their shoddy, just archaic biscuit tin mentality when it comes to Celtic Football Club. We are completely archaic. We are outdated when it comes to recruitment strategies. We find it acceptable to employ a 19-year-old scout. Is it one of our recruitment strategies? Come on, man. But you can talk about recruitment all you want. You can talk about whatever you want and talk, but at the end of the day, if they don't back Brendan Rodgers, you can have all your best recruitment in world football. And do you know why? Now, people might think I'm talking utter shite here, right? But Russell Boyce, Boyce of us, brilliant podcast, right? He doesn't bullshit, right? And I like that. He put it as, see, remember Lee Congerton came out and said about how his time here and how he wanted all those players and Lawwell was just not want to spend the money. You can add just alongside how Don Mackay done it. You can also add Tisdale to that as well. It doesn't matter who you bring in as a recruitment, because at the end of the day, it all boils down to who's backing that club and financially. His own son was a fucking embarrassment to Celtic Football Club as a recruitment, and he's given, I would arguably say, the best manager of my lifetime, and I've not seen a lot of managers, so that's not a big pull. Ridiculous disrespect. I said it. You back Brendan Rodgers because he shows you he builds standards. He's got us to that next level, and you still out of spite because what? Because he fucked off for the first time. You don't back him. Embarrassing. And I say that it's utter embarrassing. And that is just me. That is the fact. I'm sorry. That is the fact. It's embarrassing that you don't back a man, Brendan Rodgers, who is a world-class manager and has did nothing but success at this football club. It's embarrassing, Alistair. And there's no other word to describe it. Honestly, it's shambolic.
Well, transfer windows became a thing in 2005, right? And honestly, I have never known a transfer window like it, because we've had bad ones in the past, but to sell arguably your best striker since Henrik Larsson, I know that's subjective, but in a lot of people's minds, he is. So, but to sell him, no hit one lined up, no bring one in at all, is absolutely barbaric. It's insanity.
I've just seen I've just seen a post on Twitter here, and it's by the boy in red. Plus two about China windows. This one, Jordan and Schlupp was on a 6-month loan. Kuhn and Ida 6-month loan for Anita. Angie's shiny windows, and there you go. And didn't fuck about. Now don't get me wrong, not everyone that brought in January was great. Johnston, Kobayashi, Awao brought in no fuss. Maida
Because
Hatate,
Andy Radin done it.
aye,
That's
Maida
why.
Hatate, Iraguchi, Skills, Narelli, and Johnny Kenny, no fuss. They have hung Brendan Rodgers out to dry yet again. They don't learn. They'll never learn in this. And if people don't like what I'm saying, then you need, I don't know what else you need. I need a wake up call. The both have never been fit for purpose. Never. But because they had one good summer window, we have to fucking applaud them. Nah. I applauded, and you can go back in this podcast. I said fair fucks them in the summer because they did back Brendan Rodgers. In hindsight, it doesn't look they've backed them now because we're just back to the same nonsense. Try to bring players in at the last minute.
Can I just say, and I've said this to you for weeks, they haven't backed Brendan Rodgers at all since he come back. Let's be honest. He got the O'Reilly money and he got the Jota money. The Jota money were none of his players. Let's not be about the bush here. So,
and by the way, it's 20 to 11. We've still not confirmed Schlupp. So, wonder what
I
happened.
believe that's done. And do you know what wouldn't surprise me? If they've got the damn cheek to announce Kieran Tierney in a pre-contract. That would not surprise me in the slightest.
You know, and I'm not saying that, and that's what really annoys me about this window. Last season, it annoyed me because we're in a really bad position. But you know, it annoys me just as much. We're in a great position and we're not allowed to, try and, really consolidate that good position. We have a few good quality. We've got one quality signing. That's it.
We are one injury away from playing Johnny Kenny or Daniel Cummins up front against Bayern Munich.
Daniel Cummins, who doesn't want to be here.
Yeah. And a guy that's had one appearance.
Aye. And by the way, this thing about Maida up front as well. He's played 3 games up front under Rodgers. Now he's done well in them. But are you telling me that that's the answer?
If that is I mean, I've heard this thing will be fine with Ida and Maeda through the middle, no need to panic. But well, I respect your right to an opinion. If you're the kind of supporter that the board love, if you think that's acceptable, when the managers clearly come out and said we need a second striker.
And don't get me wrong, you listen to a lot of podcasts tonight because fuck all else to do at times. But and I was listening to Celtic Way, and I thought Tony was completely spot on. Obviously, Tony's brilliant what he does and stuff as well. And he was like just saying, he was like, I think it was John McGinley said that Jack this thing Jack needs a hard window's a myth, which is correct. But then Tony Mann says, aye, but if no fear Celtic. We are, and the big thing I got from what Tony was saying as well was, he applauded us, and so did that when we made the big move about Jota. We don't make them, and then we sell Kyogo, and you're like, we need to make a big club and act like a big club. We don't act like a big club. We try to kid ourselves on that we act like a big club. Do you know what the thing is? Seeing any other walks of football these days with how fast social media gets rumours with your Fabrizios, clubs. I'm going to look for Borussia Dortmund, right? For instance, yesterday they were linked with that Chukwuemeka from Chelsea. He was in the door 5 hours. He was in the door 5 hours later.
Yeah,
we are just. We'll get linked with somebody and it'll just either 40 fuck or there'll be something in it. There's no consistency. It's shambolic.
I'm like you now, Josh. I am dreading the second half of the season. and it shouldn't be that way.
I think we'll be fine in the second half of the season. I'm more looking forward to the summer going at. Doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence with the time.
No.
I will, we'll only get one qualifying round, but it doesn't. We're right to the end half the time.
Yeah, we'll wait to win either in or out the Champions League before buying players. That'll be us.
Apparently, Jeffrey Schlupp's completed his medical, so he should be.
Well, that was a couple of hours ago, but I don't think it's been announced yet.
He'll be confirmed probably at 5 to 11, probably.
I wonder why.
To make it look like they've done something when they just haven't. I mean, it started off so well. The window, it started off with Jota, and you're thinking, right, okay, but it is turned into an absolute shambles. It is it's gross mismanagement. It's gross negligence.
I'll tell you what it is, Josh. It's the straw that spoke the camel's back.
And by the way, this might be. I would not grudge Brendan Rodgers leaving tonight. Not in the summer, tonight, because we don't deserve a manager like him. The way we act like a club, we act like a circus. Honestly, we act like a circus. We act like a pals act, where you'll get maybe Neil Lennon in, and he'll not ask for much because you know what, he's the big pal act. But when we get a manager with a bit of ambition, I prefer Rodgers over Ange, but even Ange fucked off because there was no ambition up here. He wasn't given a reason to stay. He fucked off.
Well, can I ask you to think back? Have you noticed how long it takes us to give players contract extensions? It takes ages. The only time we'll give anybody a contract extension if we're going to get big money for them. I mean, say what you want about Greg Taylor, that situation shouldn't have been allowed to arise either.
Aye. It's scandalous. It's absolutely scandalous. And the striker situation's an absolute embarrassment. It is just gross negligence. It's complacency. They don't give a fuck about. We are customer FC. We're a PLC. And I'm not asking for Celtic to go and spend millions. I asked for 2 fucking players, and that was not even enough.
Yeah.
We got Jota, but the 2. No, I've just probably made an ass of myself because we did get 2 players technically, but there was also a fucking glaring position. So we have come out a window weaker when we already in need of a bit of strengthening. How the fuck does that work? We're the only football club in Europe that would do that.
Yeah, I know.
Because
and it's no enough buying a £10 million striker would break the bank. You'd still be in profit. That's why I don't get my head round.
It's like we did so well to get to the fucking Works Award night, and then you turn up with fucking piss-stained fucking trousers and piss-stained shoes. That's us with the Champions League.
It's like then between us when they go into that club.
I know. It's like you work so hard to for that episode. They want to get out of date, and they fucking turn up with fucking piss-stained shoes.
Yeah.
That was my phone, by the way. I'm no fucking throwing things about the room, by the way. No. I mean, it's tempting. But,
go with me here. Even if they get somebody by a minor miracle, there's no way that was a plan.
It was a complete panic.
Everything
is a complete panic because there's no recruitment policy. They back themselves in a corner by every player they go in for. So I think they've had a list, right? They've got right left back Tierney, that's it. Don't need back one. Striker Kvitsgaard, and that's it. Winger, that's Oyaseta, that's it. We went fucking dead.
No winger either.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. And you know, I get that probably Bayern are going to beat us, but the acceptance stinks. And the acceptance with some of your supporters at Bayern Munich are we'll just accept. You give Bayern Munich a game, I expect that. I'm realistic. Bayern Munich are probably going to beat us, but it's just shambolic. The mindset of this club is absolutely fucking embarrassing.
I don't like speaking for making big, grandiose statements, right? But I suspect that I would say the majority of Celtic supporters are now at their wits' end with this sport.
Uh-huh.
And
And
that's
I'm
what
going
they should be.
and I'm going to focus on one of them. And I've had a few discussions with him as well. I had a discussion with him last year. Michael Nicholson needs to be fucking looked at because he is terrible at his job. If he's even got a job, to be fair. Was he meant to get deals done?
Work to the back.
Is he meant to get deals done or something? Well, he's fucking shite at it.
Yeah, well, that's the official reason, but that's not what I believe, but that's just me.
And then
What if that upsets people, but
it's the point where you're looking and going at that. I genuinely think Brendan Rodgers had a listen that just went no.
Yeah, I do. And you shouldn't be going into the last day scrambling about like lunatic.
No, but that's what we do. That's what we do every winter. We done it in the summer.
Yeah.
We were scrambling. No, not maybe scrambling because we knew it was coming in, right? Every January it's just a
quiet the day.
No, it's been ridiculously quiet. But I knew this was coming. I genuinely did. I knew it was coming because we're just terrible at doing business.
Yeah.
But it's like a complete forfeit of we just go
responsibility.
No, it's like right, we signed Jota, but by the way, and this is the thing as well. See when anything's going decent, so say when we signed Jota, it's like no, but you need to forfeit Kyogo. Can't have to.
So they can't give you good news for good news sake. There's always got to be
because it's just profit FC. It's profit. They don't care. They don't, and that's not just. I find it incredible when fans defend them. They don't give a fuck about you. You're just another fucking £40 in a bank account. The fact that, and I have seen supporters defend them. It's mental. You know, it's absolutely fucking. They don't give a fuck about you.
Wednesday night will be somewhere.
They don't even give a fuck. They don't even give a fuck about their own manager.
Yeah.
And people might say, "Oh, Brendan Rodgers has had money." No, but you keep backing him.
Has he really?
I'm not talking about net profits. No, I'm just talking about he has spent money. Right? I'm not talking about because I can't be asking into all that net profit and stuff. But it's not the point either way. You keep backing him, and I'm not asking for us to go and spend £30 million. We sold Kyogo for £10 million. I'd expect a decent striker in the door for that. We bought Jota for £6 million. Brilliant, or 7, whatever it was. Brilliant. Fair enough. Kieran Tierney, pre-contract, fair enough. I've not got an issue with Jeffrey Schlupp. I haven't. The only issue I've got is how it's went about it and the inability to bring a striker in. On loan or permanently. I remember, this is the back part peddling that happens in the window. It is, we go at, right, well, we want a permanent striker. No, we'll bought it with a loan striker. Right, we want a permanent left back, Tierney. Oh no, we'll bought it with a loan left back. It's just backpedaling.
Yeah. What can we do the cheapest way possible? And see, to be fair, I think you need to. I think you need to look at the big picture here. But absolutely, we had the free 6 months to bed people in, and we've basically passed it up against the wall.
We were under a lot of pressure because of how far in the league, so we could take our time with the signings, and we have just pissed it. We could have buried. I could say, for instance, I'm just going to use an example, a Kravitz Garden, buried him for 6 months, and then he could have been ready and firing and gone for the Champions League qualifiers. Done neither. So we're going to be in the same situation.
What a striker in.
Exactly. We're going to be in the same situation. And honestly, I wouldn't surprise me if they're scrambling trying to find somebody. So they can.
I'll be honest with you, Josh, and this isn't a disrespect to Adamita, but how tin pot and how stressful is it got to be if he gets hurt?
Oh, it's their own fault. It's their own fault. Then the stopgap, the people have been we can play this here. That's when the stopgap. That's when the stopgap will start to really hit you.
Yeah.
I can't remember what video it was on right, but I said, and I can't remember what one it was. That it'll be interesting to see Brendan Rodgers if he doesn't. It was after he said he wanted a striker, and I says, I can't wait to that the press conference on the Tuesday before the Dundee game. So I'm kind of glad that game got called off because we wouldn't have a press conference tomorrow. Will we have a I'd imagine we'd still have a presser.
I wouldn't, because I couldn't control myself.
No, but I think he needs to be questioned on it, and I think it'd be embarrassing in the club if they don't put a presser on.
Yeah, I think they will, but
I think, and the journalist, that'll be the first question. It'll be the one that's hot off the press. It'll be the one that's hot, and it should be. I'd be busting into ask that question. And I said it'll be interesting to see how he spins if he doesn't get what he wants. Well, fuck me, he's going to need to put on some spin to try and keep himself because you can tell.
You can't spin this, Josh. You can't.
But he's always going to put on like a statement to try and. But he will be fuming inside, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so, you'll be able to tell.
No, he'll be fuming.
You'll be able to tell. Do you know something, Josh? And I know he said he would be here for 3 years, but I now think he might be Terminado too.
And you know what? This time
I wouldn't blame him. I really wouldn't blame him.
This time I don't. No, you can't blame them because the first time the people falsely blamed him and then realised what the actual fucking problem was. But now it's just embarrassing. We are the top club in Scotland. We should be
behave like it.
Oh, we're talking about a European club. We don't behave like a European club. We're a shambles. We're a shambles, and it's we've done well in the Champions League, and the board have still gave us something to moan about, which it's just ridiculous.
I just realise how they'll try and spin it. Definitely Schlupp can play all over the park.
Can't play up front though. So you can't spin it.
They'll spin it like that, believe me.
He can't spin it like that because he can't play up front. So I mean, you've still sold your best strikers since Larson, but remember, people were willing to drive him to the airport. But anyway, so just so I'd put that in your mind. But so just maybe be careful what you wish for at times, even when it comes to this board trying to replace people because they're so in a net to doing it.
4 months to replace him.
And people might say, well, Kyogo wanted to leave. Bollocks. They knew Kyogo wanted to leave if he did. So, and Rodgers admitted to that. So I'm just saying what Rodgers is saying. Rodgers admitted that.
Yeah, so 4 months ago.
It's absolutely scandalous. It really is. It's just, it's not acceptable.
Yeah. Aberdeen can get strikers in, but we can't.
It's absolutely unacceptable. And people might say, oh, it's like because like obviously less money on it. But it's not even the fact that the deals we're trying to get in, we're not even attempting.
Yep.
And that's the thing. It's not like we're maybe getting bids rejected and you're like, right, at least we're trying. We've not tried a job for a striker today, which is just fucking laziness.
They've not been one credible link. Not one. Not one.
It's
I'm
just.
I'm done.
Do
I'm
you know
done
what?
with this.
Do you know what? Do you know why? Do you know what? It's annoying though. It's just because how good the team have been,
Aye.
and yet again they're ruining it as they done the first time.
Yep. Yeah.
And we've got one hell of a summer now to try and find something.
You can't. That's a wee bit staying in the club, Joy. I don't want to get hysterical, but a wee bit staying because
I
that's
don't
how
think.
we remembered.
I don't think it'll trip us up to me. Will it be remembered though?
Yeah,
Because
well,
we'll go no, we'll go to the summer. We'll do some business. Nothing will be forgotten. We'll be back here in January saying the same shit next year. It won't be forgotten. It will be forgotten. Let's not beat around it. It will. Because that's what happens. We sign decent in the summer and it gets back to January because we just seem to shut our doors in January. Just seem to completely shut the doors.
4 minutes.
No, it's ridiculous. I genuinely hate it, but it's not good enough.
Yeah,
It's not good enough. Look at Lennon Miller link, for instance, right? Didn't even try.
Yeah,
Did not even try.
if we really wanted Lennon Muller, we could have had him.
He is the best talent, young talent in Scottish football at the moment. We are the biggest club in Scotland. We should be all over that. That's what clubs do. If you're look at Germany, for instance. See when there's a German talent, Bayern Munich all over it.
Yeah. Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund even.
I know, Borussia Dortmund's probably like us, to be honest. They're the exact same.
Yeah.
Pals club at the moment. But they at least get fucking players in, don't take half an hour to get a player in.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Well, we must be the only club that takes a bank skate and holds it up like a trophy.
Oh no, it is.
We
It is, and to be honest, I think people are guilty of that as well. Because we say, oh, we've got this X amount of money back, but we don't spend it. It's pointless.
on my bank account.
It's pointless. And then
And
if we
the most insulting thing about today, the one statement we've had of Celtic Twitter all day, a Celtic X, I better get that right. And the guy says, you have less than 24 hours to get your Bayern Munich tickets. Money, money, money. And you're like,
I know.
read the room.
No, but they know they can read the room, but they don't care. They do not care. I don't care. So, it's not about reading the room. They know. They're not stupid. Not exactly what they're doing. But they don't care. It's complete lack of care. Now, and I know that Blowell's brilliant at selling players and all that stuff. I don't think it is just Lowell that's the problem. I just think there's the whole board's an issue.
Yeah.
It needs a bit of fresh impetus.
It's
And
an old board. That's the problem.
Remember this bollocks that people tried to tell us, oh, Lowell doesn't date in the background. He's away doing a trip down to London.
Well,
Oh,
apparently leaked it to the press. It was with his granddaughter or after then.
Seriously, is that where we're at now? Chairman of a football club and we're trying to make up alibis. Oh man. And I think I'm not Peter Lowell, just let Peter Lowell deal with the sales and get somebody with fresh ideas into the club and don't chase them out. Because it's stale. It's stale. There's a complete ineptitude to try and get deals done, and it's unbelievable. It is. It's no good enough. And I'm sorry if people think that, oh, I'm being harsh, and then I don't care. I don't know what else you want to. What else needs to hit you in the face?
You can't lie to yourself.
Today has been an absolute fucking mess.
I wish I could say I'll be surprised, but I'm not. Deep down, I'm not.
It's not even. I'm just. There you go. That's the deadline. Shut. So. And Celtic have still not announced Schlupp, by the way. So. I mean, it's just every even trying to announce signings is just the last minute now. Everything has just been rushed, last minute, and shite. It's been an absolute shit show of a window.
All we get is a lone left back. A lone left back.
It's not good enough. But it's tin pot. To be honest, it's absolute tin pot.
Yeah.
And do you know who I feel for the most? The team and the manager. Because yet again, the momentum and the excitement of Jota coming back has just been completely sapped at the support. Because of these idiots, and I will call them that, idiots, Nicholson, Lawwell, who's Mackay, Desmond, all the idiots who could not give a flying monkeys about this club. You can say what they want, they're good at selling, but try to take that club, they have no any interest in taking this club to the next level, and nobody's telling me otherwise. They're fine with us just being good domestically. They don't want us to take. I generally think they've went out to Rodgers. Well, we didn't expect you to get to the 12 points, but fair enough. Well done, you got there.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, right, instead, do you know what a progressive mindset would have been? Right, we got to the playoff, but what could we have done better? Who could we have signed better to try and get that next, even at a top eight place?
I mean, like I've explained why we should be doing business in this window to prepare for the playoff.
There you go, that 4 times in a podcast, but something up saying, manager wins every trophy in the space 18 months, qualifies for the last 24 of the Champions League, on course to win a title, and we sell our best striker in January without a replacement. Well done, Celtic. Really brilliant vision and planning as always.
Breaking news, Josh. Do you want to laugh? They've not even announced him on X. They've announced Schlupp on Instagram.
So he has been announced then. Anybody else is that? Is that a whack then, as they would say?
Yeah.
Is that a whack? Honestly, somebody's put don't go to sleep yet. Celtics and it's a picture of me, Lewis Akiri. It's quite good to be fair, man. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, Alistair, it's been confirmed now, so I'm just going to the kind of end off. But
all right.
What do you say to this?
It's on Twitter now.
But
I'm done. I'm done. Nee. I mean,
what's that?
Is that what we became? We're just happy to plod along.
It's been like that for years. We're just a domestic team now. That's it. We've got no ambition to do it in Europe. Now, the only reason we've done it, and I stand by this, the board don't deserve any credit whatsoever for what we've done in Europe this season. It's the team and it's Brendan Rodgers that's pushed that. So don't give the board any credit for what we've done this season.
Somebody's just put, can we just enter the loan agreement? That's a bit harsh. But it's not his fault. But I can tell you, the window's not good enough.
Well,
I mean, I apologise if that upsets people, but I am fucking fuming.
We had 2 positions to fill in the window, and we filled one. One needed fill. Technically 2, because we did need a winger, to be fair. But it's just not good enough. And that's where I'll end it on, because it's just ridiculous. To be honest, it's just they take the fans for absolute fools, and the sooner people realise that, the better, because they are
Mugs.
just take them for mugs, for customer. And I get that football is a business at it, but they just take it to the extreme. They take the piss, and that's it. I'm going to end it.
And 20 million pounds, and we've spent 8.
Aye, there you go. I'll end up on that there. But aye, that's going a bit for the transfer deadline day video, which ends an absolute shambolic transfer window. Thank fuck for Celtic, so that means Celtic are going to go 6 months with one out and out striker, improving striker. And I'll end it there. As I said, an absolute shambolic window that comes to an end. But it's not surprising, is it? I think most of the fans aren't surprised. I'm not. You probably Alistair, you're not. And if anybody is, then welcome to Celtic in the January window. But we're going to wrap up there, and we'll be back probably tomorrow to do the preview for the Dundee game. Until then, we'll speak to you later. And hail, hail.
Hail, hail.